Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Crits Originals. And for this very special episode, we will be featuring the Jurassic World Alive Tuojiangosaurus. And here is the making of our Tuojiangosaurus. So we start off by kit bashing here, and we have several parts from a Lego elephant. We also have the Indoraptor base figure here, and also parts from a previous custom Gallimimus that I had. Now we have here a bootleg Tuojiangosaurus, small Tuojiangosaurus, and we'll be using that for the head. So I've made several modifications here and also filled in some of the bulkiness on the upper body as well as that of the abdominal area with aluminum foil. So this one is very different from how I make my usual Stegosaur, so I'm quite excited to make this one actually. So after we have mixed in equal parts of Pioneer non-sag epoxy, we have already started on with the sculpting on this one. It's very simple because we just had to fill in some of the gaps here on the actual body. So after several hours and it is already cured, here is how it looks like so far. After this, we wet sand just to make it a bit more smoother, and that should be ready for painting. But before that, of course, we have to place in the plates. Now the plates of the Tuojiangosaurus is very different from that of the Stegosaurus. The first few plates are similar though, because those are pear-shaped. However, the last few triangular shaped plates are actually more unique to that of the Tuojiangosaurus. So we just finished this one off, and we proceed with, of course, attaching the tagomizers on the Tuojiangosaurus. So of course, to attach this, I'm actually using a super glue. So we marked off with several numbers so that it's easier for us to follow through. Now after that, we primered the entire figure with bossing number 68 in gray, as you can see here, and once it's dried, we're now excited and ready to paint. Of course, we'll be using some brushes on this one, and some acrylics, also some water. Right, so let's start painting, shall we? So the first color here would be a mix of purple, some violet, a little bit of yellow ochre to it, just to bring in some warmth into the colors, and of course some gray. So we're painting this on the upper half of the body, including that of the head, the neck, the body, the extremities of course, and then the parts of the tail. After that's dried, we have here a mixture of the same colors earlier on, but we added in some more white and more yellow tones to it as well. So we're painting this on the bottom half of the figure, including that of the abdominal area, or the bottom half of the thorax of our Tuojiangosaurus, the feet area, the neck area as well, and also some parts of the tail. So as you can see here, I'm trying to dry brush on the what do you call that, the area where the bluish tones and also these lighter tones are actually situated. Now for this one, we have here a mix of browns, purples, and some blues with a little bit of red to it, and we're painting on details on the back portions of the Tuojiangosaurus. Now the Tuojiangosaurus in Jurassic World Alive has different patterns to it, so we try as much as possible to somehow depict that in our figure. Now for the larger what do you call this, markings on our Tuojiangosaurus, we have a mixture of off-white or a little with a mixture of some very light gray to it, and we're painting on the edges of our what do you call this, markings. After that's done, we painted the plates with white so that the orange colors of the plates would show through. So we paint this until we complete for all sides, even the back panels of the plates, and that should be it. Some more details to include, and that should be complete. Now here are the winners of the Guesses PC contest. We have 10 lucky picks: Ellie Joriel Correa, Tyrannosaurus Dude, Grayson, Cezanne Jimenez, Gargoyle Trebak Shandy, ZGS Space, Maduna Jinan, IHI Channel, Thari the Mr. Tharasinosaurus, and Cretaceous Bricks. Congratulations everyone! And now here are our top 10 winners. Super Bobek, Lego Darkness World, Jurassic Prince, Rainbow Racer 95, Rainmark 11 years old boy, Dinosaur, Extinct Creatures, Connor Frick, Dog Animates, and Gabriel Elkins. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guesses PC contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage, and in the homepage just click on the community link to see all our posts. And now for a closer look.
Hey there everyone, and we're back to making dinosaurs, and for this time we're actually adding some species of stegosaurs in my collection, and of course this is the Tuojiangosaurus. Alright, so this is quite an exciting thing for me because this is a new way of how I actually make my stegosaurs, and probably this would be the same way that I'll be doing my next, and probably if I would be reviving some of my stegosaurs as well, then this would be the same method that I'll be doing. So let me know in the comments below if you agree with this particular method of how I actually make my stegosaurs. Alright, so let's move along with our closer look. And here we have our Tuojiangosaurus here, and this is actually based off from the Tuojiangosaurus of Jurassic World Alive in terms of coloration and pattern arrangement, but mostly the overall look and shape to it is more or less of the scientifically accurate way of how stegosaurs or Stegosauridae would look like. So except for the plates on the back, of course, this is how most stegosaurs or Stegosauridae family would look like. So it has a small head, a long neck, it has smaller and shorter legs on the front, and then of course longer legs on the hind legs, and then of course a tail that is actually raised high above its pelvic or around the level of the pelvis, so it shoots straight up or straight here on this direction. So I think this is how I would like to make my stegosaurs or stegosaurus moving forwards. Of course, we tried several ways of how to improve this one, but yeah, so probably in the next few customs of Stegosauridae family that I'll be doing, we would have more I guess improvements into how I make my stegosaurs. But for now, this is I'm actually happy with the overall look on this Tuojiangosaurus. And yeah, so let's go straight ahead with our closer look. So first up, that head here is actually from a bootleg Tharasinosaurus, and I think it has a good articulation on the mouth and has this beak-like structure to it. So I think it's a good base figure, or a good figure for a Stegosaurus head. So that is the reason why I actually use this one. And we just have to trim out the upper section and then reshape it in a way that it looks like a Stegosaurus head. So of course it has this articulation on the neck over here from a Ghidorah figure, right? And of course it can open and close its mouth like so. The legs here are from the actual legs of the Indoraptor. We have here elephant feet. I tried using the small Triceratops feet here, but it's not just fitting on a base plate, so I scrapped it out and used this instead. The feet here is from Raptor. Well, technically it's Dilophosaurus, I mean, with 3 toes on it, and I think it's perfect. It goes along with the legs, of course, and then of course the tail here is from the same figure, also the Indoraptor. Now the coloration on this one is very much patterned to the Tuojiangosaurus of Jurassic World Alive. It has triangular plates on the back, starting from this plate towards the tail. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 7 pairs of these triangular plates. The front plates are actually more pear-like in shape. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs here on the front with pear-like shaped plates. Okay, so yeah, so in terms of articulation, you can move the neck area here in so many ways. So like so, a bit like that, like that. Yeah, so a lot of movement here. Of course, the legs can move like a swivel, like so, and then of course the tail can move, yeah, like that. So that is the closer look on our Tuojiangosaurus, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let's move along to the next portion of this video. Our boy Evie here is back for some size comparisons and comparing him with this Tuojiangosaurus over here. Oops, let's put him at the back most portions so we can have a closer a good view of the size of the Tuojiangosaurus versus that of a human. And you can see from this photo over here that although this is much larger, almost as large as the Stegosaurus, I think it's a good size because it's a smaller one. And you'll see that when we compare it with the Stegosaur that we have sometime or a few years back. Okay, so let's now compare with other Stegosaurs that I've made so far here on the channel. First up, we have our Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, what do you call this, Kentrosaurus. So definitely our Tuojiangosaurus is one of those larger species of Stegosaurids, and the Kentrosaurus here is one of those that are smaller in size. So comparing it in terms of size, you can see that I think it is a good scale. Although the head here of the Kentrosaurus would be big, yeah, for its body, but hey, when the time I made this one, it's actually one that is of a good fit, right? So another would be a Pteranodon. So the Pteranodon here is also a Stegosaurid that I made before. So I really like the patterns on this one. So if you haven't seen the video yet on the Pteranodon, this is also a smaller species of Stegosaurid. Comparing it with our Tuojiangosaurus, definitely it's much smaller, right? So we also have here a Tuojiangosaurus. There you go. Tuojiangosaurus is based off from the Mattel figure of Tuojiangosaurus from before. So it has this, what do you call this, antagonizers that are lined horizontally. And yeah, so it's one of my favorite smaller stegosaurs. Again, looking at it now, it seems that the head really is much larger, or the head has a large scale, so probably I would be redoing some of my stegosaurs, because aside from the pachycephalosaurid family, this is actually one of my favorite herbivorous classes of dinosaurs. Also, we have in our channel would be the Tuojiangosaurus. So the Tuojiangosaurus here is based off from the Jurassic World, the game Tuojiangosaurus. I wanted to make a colorful one, so this is based off from a level 40 coloration of the Tuojiangosaurus. So it has an African feel to it. The plates here are colored in a way that would reflect that. I really like the overall stripes here, and the way I painted it is, you know, although it's very it's not the way I actually paint as of the moment, but I still like it nonetheless. So probably would be making a few revisions on this one. Probably if this is too big, I would make it a little bit smaller, but nonetheless, I really like the way I made this one. And lastly, of course, the biggest of the stegosaur families would be the Stegosaurus. So the Stegosaurus here is one that Mike actually really likes. So this he did mention that it's much better than the Lost World Stegosaurus that I made, and I do, you know, it needs some more love to it, because sometimes the plates here would be removed because of playing. But yeah, so this is actually one of my favorite creatures, and also favorite figures as well from the Extinct Breaks line. Well, that's it guys for the size comparisons. We can now move along with Extinct Breaks PC roll call, and we have here all of the creatures that I've shown here on this channel or in this video. And but before that, I'd like to also include in my size comparisons the level 40 Stegosaurus. Oh my gosh, so this is a special mention because I really like the way Ibito Universe or Uncle Mike really push this limit over here. You can see here the majestic plates on the back here, and also he really did included those details such as the plates on the head, plates on the neck, and the coloration is so vibrant, and I can't stop looking at it. So comparing it with our Tuojiangosaurus over here, yeah, so it does looks intimidating in so many ways, and that is why I really like the way this one is made, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of plates on its back, and yeah, so it's such a showstopper in my opinion. Also, Ibito Universe made a Tuojiangosaurus of Jurassic World, the game as well. This is also a level 40 Tuojiangosaurus. It's a bit small, but I still really like the way that it actually captured the species of that particular game. You can see that it really had this oversized plates on its back, and like how the Tuojiangosaurus is actually depicted, the plates on its back is more or less mistaken for spikes, because it has this central thickened line on the central part of its plate. So yeah, so I think that Ibito Universe really did such a great job in making and producing these types of figures. So guys, if you haven't seen yet the Tuojiangosaurus as well as the Stegosaurus of Ibito Universe, guys, please check it out. They are cool costumes. I really, if you're into the Jurassic World, the game, video game, please check it out, guys. It's this is something that you might want to take a look at, and also give it a like, subscribe, and also share with your friends as well. Well, let's move along with our Extinct Bricks PC roll call. But of course, if you haven't checked out the videos yet, guys, Ibi here would be reminding you that all that you see here is actually available in our Extinct Bricks playlist. But I'll be also placing in individual links of all that you see here, so that you won't have to go through each and every video that I have uploaded so far here on this particular channel. Well, let's move along with our Extinct Bricks PC roll call, shall we? Let's start from this side. This is the EB Toy Universe Level 40 Jurassic World the game, Stegosaurus. This is the Extinct Bricks Jurassic World game, Level 40 as well, Werhosaurus. This is the Extinct Bricks Parantodon. This is the Extinct Bricks Jurassic Park Operation Genesis inspired Kentrosaurus. This is my Extinct Bricks Jurassic World Jurassic Park Stegosaurus, our Extinct Bricks Jurassic World Challengosaurus, and this is our EB Toy Universe Level 40 Jurassic World game, Tuojiangosaurus. And of course, the start to show here, this is our Extinct Bricks Jurassic World Alive inspired Challengosaurus. And if you happen to like this particular video, guys, please don't forget to give it a like, share, and subscribe also, and click that notification bell so that you won't miss any updates and uploads of new videos and content on my channel. Well, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next. Bye!
Also, do not forget to support our other channels, EB Toy Universe and the Adventures of Moira and Nasher. Please watch their videos and support our channel by subscribing. Yes, we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks everyone, and bye!